A very good evening to our viewers. Welcome to ELITETV and you're watching Open Debate in English. I'm Amrita, your host for this crucial debate on the topic, Significance of Long March. Throughout history, we've seen that a long march of the masses usually predate an upheaval in the political transformation. On 12th of March 1930, Gandhiji started his famous Dandi March, starting from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. Starting with 70 followers and swelling to 50,000, the Dandi March spanned 388 kilometers over 33 days. It was a protest against the British salt tax and marked a significant moment in India's fight for independence, which it achieved in 1947. China's famous Long March covered about 11,000 kilometers in almost 3 years, from October 1934 to 36. Starting in Yudu and concluding in Yan'an, it was a unique strategic retreat marked by the severe fighting against nationalist forces attempting to crush the revolutionaries. Though 1 lakh strong men started, only 8,000 survived. Among them, Mao Zedong rose as the undisputed leader during this arduous journey, and 15 years later, in 1949, these surviving revolutionaries secured victory. In August 1963, there was a massive march in Washington, D.C. to protest against racial discrimination and in support of civil rights legislation, where 250,000 people attended, and there the iconic leader, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. Just in time, the Manipur Youth League, Mayo, is undertaking a 600 kilometers long march in 21 days. It will conclude tomorrow, that is the 9th of January at MU ground. The theme of the Mayo Long March is to make the people conscious of the present circumstance of our state and society, and to find ways to remedy them. They are determined to bring a dawn of a new era. To discuss on this matter, our panel of experts are here today. Let us welcome our first panelist for tonight, Dr. Malem Ningthouja, author and scholar. Welcome to Open Debate, Dr. Malem.
Thank you.
Our next panelist for tonight is the Oja Rinku Khumukcham, editor at Imphal Times. Welcome to the Open Debate, Oja Rinku.
Thank you.
And our third panelist for tonight is none other than Oja P. Sonamani, socio-political commentator. Welcome to Open Debate, Oja Sonamani.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
I'll open the floor right away. My first question will be to Dr. Malem. What is the power in such long marches that bring victory to difficult movements in such difficult times? Dr. Malem.
Not all long marches are successful in history.
Okay.
Gandhi's Dandi March 1930, as you pointed out, appears to be quite successful in arousing a sense of Indian patriotism and also in defying the British monopoly on salt and tax regimes. However, in China's case, in reality it was a defensive run, a blunder for Mao Zedong. But how he became victorious is a totally different story because of the internal and the international factors. But the so-called Long March was not a successful journey for Mao Zedong. Okay. Well, in India's case, we have a successful march in Dandi, led by Mahatma Gandhi. The question is, will all long march be successful or not? It all depends on who organized, who was the leader, what was the historical circumstances and context, what were the achievable issues being raised at a particular historical point of time. These are very crucial. Like in Dandi, by the time Gandhi was a charismatic figure. But now to compare Dandi March with Mayol, as you pointed out, I don't know how far it's going to be comparable or relevant. The Mayol, as far as I know, is a recent offshoot. It comes out all of a sudden in the course of this disturbance that has been going on in Manipur since March 3, 2023. And I don't know if they have any charismatic leadership immediately, or I don't know what are their exact achievable demands. It seems to be more of like an awareness programs being carried out.
Okay.
And to be precisely, I think Mayol, although it talks about Manipur Youth League, like as the name would suggest, but when I go through one of its pamphlet or a public appeal, it sounds more like the more appropriate terms or title would have been Meitei Youth League.
Okay.
And because the focus is primarily on Meitei, and we have some informations about their backgrounds, the forces behind them, and the objectives. And what I see in them is like a shift in the what is being called in the priority of the attack. Maybe it could be a tactical or a strategic one of the parent organizations who are behind them. And it seems the way how they write appears to be some kinds of an attempt to find a negotiable route within the Indian system and within the neoliberal regimes. It doesn't take or raise any questions against these Indian empire, and nor does it raise any questions against the existing systems. But they are trying to find some kind of accommodative solutions for Meiteis primarily to increase the populations, to increase the productivity, and then to gain political, economic power, plus through socio-cultural ideology. So there are at least 12 points that they have pointed out as problems being faced by Meiteis.
Yes.
And they have also recommended certain solutions. It appears to be partly idealist appeals. At the same time, it also has certain aspects where it appears more like raising certain awareness. It doesn't really point out what they are going to do in the next 4 months or 1 year exactly. It doesn't pinpoint anything. It seems they also want to create something called what is being called creative minority.
Yes.
Are they claiming themselves to be claiming minority, or have they pointed out any particular figures as the creative minority and charismatic leader? This doesn't seem to be appearing at all. But it seems to me that they have taken up these extreme steps with a communal approach, given the prevailing context situations in Manipur, where they consider the Meiteis are getting more and more marginalized. So, like we have to see it, and we have to see it as a tactical shift in the priority and approach by the parent organizations who are behind them. I am not supposed to point out who they are, but it's a well-known fact that it's an offshoot of already pre-existing organizations and parties with a different name, but with a certain shift in the agenda and tactical approach given the context. So, like we all have to wait and see to what extent they will be able to put forward or materialize the propositions and the proposals that they have raised so far. It's very difficult to judge an organization or party in just 2-3 months. We have to wait and see.
Okay, indeed, a very good opening remarks from Oja Malem. I'd like to point that not all marches are successful. I like to pick on that point and put forward to Rinku that Oja Malem just suggested there are a lot of things to be seen regarding Mayol and this long march and the organization. But according to you, what do you think this long march can change, could bring about any changes, especially with regards to the present crisis in Manipur?
Okay, well, Dr. Malem has already pointed out that not all long marches were successful. Yeah, he may be right, but perhaps because of the current situation happenings here, there is a need for a collective effort. There is a need for reorganization of the present system here. This is the feeling of what to some of the youths who are organizing this long march under the group called this Mayol, that is Manipur Youth League. Yeah, definitely it's a new group, and definitely it doesn't have a charismatic leadership, but still then the Manipur society at the present state is quite confused state. People do not know where we are going, whom we are fighting with. These are some of the issues that the people here are facing. No, since May 3, 2023, there has been a war here, a war between two groups, that is between the Kukis and the Meiteis. Definitely some says that it is not war between the Meiteis and the Kuki, but we all know it's true. It's fact that it's a war between, it's a conflict between these two groups. And some people are trying to bridge this, this conflict. When trying to find out a solution to this, peoples across the state, beyond their communities, have to work together. These are the feeling, but because of the situation that has been existing, that has been continuing since the merger of Manipur to the Indian state, because of the coming of the electoral system, which is not fit with the system of the Manipur, Manipur has, the condition has gone too deep. Manipur's condition has been, gone down to much lower stage. That is, we do not, peoples around here, all minds are corrupted.
Right.
And some of the feelings that among the youths have since the beginning of this 1980s, or when this spark came here, and when when election came here, is that we don't want this election. Youth should not be part of the electoral politics. These are the things that youth should be out of the politics. These are the mindsets of the people in the early days, before the coming of this, before the happening of this 2023 May 3 incident, which is continuing still now. Mm-hmm. So there is definitely a need for call for resurrection of the society, so resurrection of the system here. So people tried, many people tried, and there were many organizations coming up within this short span of period, crisis period. That is, you might have witnessed the youth of Manipur coming up. You might have witnessed some of the group like the Meiteilipul coming up in the upper state, and then Rambai Tengol in the front line. They are fighting for the protection of the Meitei. And there is also definitely a belief among the people of the state that unless and until the Meitei people are become stronger, there is no way that the idea of Manipur can be protected. Mm-hmm. So it is only after the Meitei gain that status and Meitei have that strength to protect the country, to protect the Israel nation, which is now a part of the India. There is no way that Manipur can exist. So in order to save Manipur, it is compulsory, that it is necessary that the identity, political identity of the Meitei people is protected and saved. This doesn't mean that we have to sideline all the other ethnic communities. There are 35 or 36 ethnic communities in Manipur. We together form Manipur. We together made Manipur. We have in Lubeng together as Manipuris. Maybe some other names like Makley or some other names in the past. But Manipur of today is the gift of those people from our ancestor, comprising of all community there. So how Manipur has been existed, and how Manipur has been created, and how Manipur is formed, and how it has been destroyed in the past 75 years is a matter that we all have to feel, take very seriously. So a group of youths under the banner, this Mayol, they started a long march from 20 December, and then they are spreading the message of how deteriorated is the condition of the society. Of course, discussion about the deterioration of the society, discussion about the societal defects and the political system are only happen where used to be only happen in a closed room, only among the elite class group. It never reaches to the people who are in the periphery, who are in the people who are not educated. They were not, the message did not reach out at many stages of time. Okay. So with an idea of spreading the message and letting them know what is the present condition of Manipur and what is the political situation, how is our economic system affecting, these issues, ideas need to be spread to all the people, to all the Manipuri people, and definitely to among the Meitei people only. So if the message is passed on to them, then there is a way to we can surely there needs to be a resurgence. A call for resurgence is the need of the hour. Okay. This is how our Maharaja Gambhir Singh during the time of 7-year devastation has carried out here. During 1819, when the hours that is a Burmese invaded here, he ran to Kashar and organized with the help of British a big army, Manipur levy, and then come forward to here to Imphal and to drive out the Burmese army in 1823, and then started slowly. They successfully drive out all the Burmese in 1826, and since then there has been a sovereign state up until 1891. In that period, the unique civilization of Manipur started growing during that period also. But after the coming of the colonial power, and then after this, after the merger of Manipur to the Indian Union, the unique feature, unique political identities of the Israeli nation has been crumbled in such a way that, in 75 years, then again, this exploded here. And we the people here, today, we the generation of today need to find out the defect and spread out the message to all the people and then regenerate our national character. This is the need of the hour. Perhaps, it will be too early to say that Mayol's March will be succeeded or it will not be succeeded, because the agenda of what they are doing, from my view as a journalist, is that they are trying to spread the message. They are trying to create an awareness among all the people of among the Meiteis. Perhaps, of course, Malem was right. It seems to be only within the Meitei people, and as per my views, their attempt is to let the Meitei people understand and to let others also understand what actually is happening here, what are the challenges that we, the people of Manipur, are facing right today. That is why this Mayol March, whether it succeeds or not, it is one way to make the people understand, and this will help in the long run in the future, I think. For first round, let me conclude here.
Okay, I understood. So, Oja Malem has pointed out that it is too early to tell regarding the success or viability of the Mayol's Long March, and Oja Rinku has emphasized that there is a need of resurgence within the people of Manipur, and that is the reason that the Mayol Long March has come to place. On that note, I'd like to come to Oja Sonamani, that a lot of people have taken part in this march. 600 kilometers have been covered in just 21 days, and this is not a very easy task to do. What is driving all of these youths to participate and take such an arduous task in this long march?
So many thanks to ELITETV, Ms. Amrita, and Managing Director Jit Ningomba, my colleague Mr. Rinku, and my another colleague from Delhi, Mr. Luang.
Malem Ningthouja. Okay.
Indeed, we don't have to blame to anyone. At this juncture in Manipur, we are totally in a chaotic situation. We do not know who is who and who rules Manipur and what will happen after a minute. And we think only for tomorrow what will happen. Tomorrow what will happen. Will there be a good day tomorrow? That is the only apprehensions in every Manipuri living in Manipur as on today. This is, I appreciate in one way, these young lads or the young boys, young folks, what they call it, general regenerations, that is what they have named it, that the awareness of among the Manipur Meiteis. This is not, let us not confine within the Manipur Meitei only. As we know that there are 35 communities, no doubt Manipuris or Meitei, we live in the valley, we had our kingdom, we had our own freedom, we were a nation. Today, unfortunately, after merging in this 75 years, our Manipurs, that the status, initially it was Lord, then to a third grade, then to the second grade, then to somehow or other 72 February or might be that was the February 12 or 22nd, I have forgotten that. Then we achieved just a statehood. That is the very, very sorry figure. Now, to whom to blame? Our leaders, political leaders, our political astute, they had no any vision. So let me cite an example. A small state, a small district known as Naga Hills Tuensang area, Didan, from Assam, it was bifurcated. Hardly it was 3.5 lakhs and 4 lakhs. Nagas, their own, what I will call it, that their freedom movement, etc. They began slowly, gradually. That they formed the interim government along with the government of India. Then slowly, gradually, 31st December, they attained the statehood. Now they are waiting for the approval, or rather agreement in between the Naga insurgency, then again government of India flag and their constitutions. Then slowly they achieved their independence. Like the Indonesians, the bifurcated one small place or a small country known as the East Timor. Same thing, that's why. But in our state, we had an independent country for the years together, almost 2,000 years. Even along with the British, even we fought and we got killed many, and we killed them many, and we were known as the fighters. But after entering in the Indian Union, when we merged, or we were coerced to merge, we do not know, there is a very big controversy still there now. Anyway, we are now Indian out and out. Now, the situation is Manipur is controlled by whom at this juncture? So all this, the young folks, they feel that no, Manipur government, since our guardian or our father, who is supposed to be the head of the family, when he is not in a position to control, then his children, everybody, they start murmuring it, they try to deviate, they try to avoid, their father has become handicapped. So they try to behave in a different way. And Manipur is on today, we don't stand anywhere. We have apparently there is no government, it seems, because the government of India has tried her best that the government of Manipur, you shut your mouth, let me try to solve it, you be happy, within the valley happy. That is what the people rumor. We are not discussing the merits, demerits of the government, because sometimes there is ups and downs in anybody's family or with anybody. The present government had done very tremendous good jobs. He had done it in the 7, 8, 9 years. But somehow or other, when he tried to implement some good things, according to some of the section of the people that disagreed it. So this is the beginning, and this is the euphoria, and this is the beginning of the new era. So now we are in chaos. Now let me confine that what is the regenerations, what they would like to reach the message to everybody. Right. They say that about 600 kilometers, yeah, it's long within the 21 days. They have given a message that no, we need peace. We will have to work it very properly. Manipur should remain the peaceful state as like before. So the misunderstanding between some tribal people, along with this narco-terrorist people, now the government of Manipur and the government of India, now this peace talk going on, or what discussion going on, nobody knows exactly. We are totally in dark. Nowhere in India, almost 9 months that the Imphal valley or the capital where the old section of people throughout these countries they live, Imphal is, or Manipur is the mini India. Everyone has got the equal rights. But some people, they become too great. They think that they try to throw this government and they will form another government by with the help of some narco-terrorist people from different countries or the states. They will augment their service and they will try to swallow it. This is the things going on what we see today. Now we do not know exactly what is going on with the government of India and with this narco-terrorist people, what kind of a dialogue they are having, we do not know. Manipur government undercover or secret channel, what kind of emissary she had been sending to the other communities or the narco-terrorist people or to the government of India, we do not know. Totally we are in dark, we are totally in chaos. We go out today, we do not know whether I will come back alive or not. This is the situation now.
Right.
Yes, I appreciate these youths. They try to give a message, or they try to give some sort of a feeling or some sort of a security to all the aged people or to the Manipur community, particularly living in the valley, that we people, we are young. We are ready to fight. Either with the arms, ammunitions, or with the pen, or in a democratic manner, we are ready to fight. This is quite good. This we appreciate, because government cannot and is not in a position to bring it any tangible solution at this juncture. This we know everything. But now questions is only one request to this Manipuri people, particularly living in the valley or elsewhere. Only one my appeal to it. We have too many associations and the union. Everybody is every union, every associations or every forum, all are highly educated, all are well educated. We agreed. But problem is this: when we have too many associations and too many unions, who controls what and who is under what, under whom? So government of India, suppose if she would like to have negotiations with the Manipur civil society organization, we understand that there is a COCO-ME, and apparently about 34, 36 associations, they merged and they form as COCO-ME, Coordination Committee. All right. Now this another, the YOM came up. Now the Mayol is coming up, has come up. Many more other coming up. Then who is going to listen whom? And someone, some section or some union or associations, if they would like to do anything, who is going to tell them, no, this is not the way? So there has to be an umbrella body who controls it, or who tries to make them understand. Otherwise, we'll be headless chicken.
Exactly.
We do not know, because we will not be obeying the Chief Minister's order, we will not be obeying the Chief Secretary's order, we will not be obeying our father's order. So as such, we need one umbrella is a must. For example, young Mizo associations in one state, one association. So in the narco-terrorist group, they have ITLF, so-called COTO, so-called, they have their own way. Yes, Nagas, they have even the UNC. They have. So Nagaland, they have many, 2, 3. They have this since past 60, 70, 80 years. They had been going in this manner. Ours is every day, every morning, we see that some associations, some mothers, some sisters, some young folks, some others, some cultural matter, this matter. But ultimately, when we have too many associations, then too many problems will come and we will not be able to achieve it. No. We need to club together under one umbrella. We may have 1,000 associations, we agree, but definitely a strong umbrella we need if we really want to fight with the government of India, not with the arms, but with the physically and the morally, socially, politically, we can fight with the government of India, not with the arms. For that reason, we need a strong umbrella. All the youths, what you are doing it, we appreciate. We do not deny it. But we are afraid is that sometime your leader might be in a different way, another club, another will be in a different way, then people will mock at us and people will laugh at us, and government of India will think that, oh, they are not united at all. So once you unite, then only we'll discuss it. It might take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So this is how that they will try to bargain, they will undermine us. So my appeal, Amrita, is to everyone, all the valley people, all the others. We need peace, definitely. But nowhere in the world, I think 9 months that the state capital, the Manipuri people, particularly a particular community, they have targeted and they have kept us like in a what I will call it, the cellular gel in a Kalapani, there in Andaman Nicobar, that only hardly 3-4 feet one can stand, or one can hardly can sleep by standing. They are not allowed to sleep even. That which I have seen in Andaman Nicobar. So this is nowhere in the world, nowhere in India, Manipur, Lenga. Please think it over. We are discussing about your inability. Okay. Because I do not know what you have come to understand between the government of India and with other these narco-terrorist people. But we cannot sleep properly because we do not know tomorrow may come, may not come. Because everybody's tension, even our children, they cannot go through school, college. Everybody asks, Papa, what is going to happen tomorrow? This is the viral, this is the way. Papa, are you safe or not? No, we are outside. This kind of a wonderful tension, we are suffering it. We are suffering it. We are not, some are not patient. Of course, in my case, I'm a patient. It's okay. I'll tolerate it. When you will restore peace, government of Manipur, of course, you must be working it undercover it, but it is too late, too late. Now, government of India, can we ask that are you trying your best to send us from India in a different world? Or what kind of negotiations you are having with other elements? We are really in a trouble. You have kept us under custody, and we are not we are not allowed to move because of you only. Okay, when you say that government of India, if you wish suspension operations, all these people within 2 hours you can control, then Manipur will restore peace.
Regarding the need for an umbrella organization, that you mentioned that there is a lot of offshoots, that are a lot of organizations coming up, and that there needs to be an umbrella organization. So I'd like to pose that question to Oja Malem, that earlier you said that this Mayol needs to be renamed as a Meitei Youth League because it's Meitei-centric. But don't you think, regarding the circumstances that we are in, that a Meitei-centric organization is needed for the interests of the Meitei people? What do you say on that, Oja Malem?
No, I said that in my previous response also, I said that the demand and the raise and the concerns that have been put forward by Mayol must have been conditions by the prevailing circumstances. This is what I said.
Okay.
And I also said that Mayol is an incarnations in a different clothing with certain old organizations behind them.
Okay.
And I also said that there seems to be a tactical shift in the approach of those organizations or groupings because of the prevailing situation. They are not attacking the Indian state, they are not attacking the Indian system. Rather, they are trying to find a reformative or some kind of negotiations within the systems concerning that defending Manipur should be the priority and concerns of the Meiteis, and also that the Meiteis have got their own specific grievances which have to be addressed through Meiteis effort, through mobilizations and through incentives in the economic, political, and so many areas. And I pointed out that they have raised 13 points, and they have problematized it, they have discussed it, and they have also put forward what needs to be done to address those 14 points. So I don't say that the points they have raised are absolutely invalid. I never said that. I said that it must have been conditions by the prevailing circumstances and plus their understanding of the situations of the Meiteis in Manipur. That's what I said.
Okay.
So like...
okay, got it. And regarding the Mayol publications and the pamphlet that they have been circulating, in that publication, they appealed to the public to be consciously active in politics and to take part in politics. Mainly their message is creating an awareness. They even say that if we stay away from politics, then we will end up to be being ruled by a lesser people. So there is, and regarding these marches, there is also absence of any political leaders. So is that a kind of a message saying that they don't want the current leaders right now? Oja Malem.
As far as I see in the booklet, there is lots of apocalyptic and self-evaluations and self-criticisms of the Meiteis as a body. They're always pointing out that these are the weaknesses of the Meiteis, and they were also questioning the lack of leadership. There is no lack of leadership, but lack of progressive leadership. This is what they have pointed out. So far, they have not fielded any particular persons as a candidate or any group as a legitimate political parties to represent Manipur, either in the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha or in the assembly politics. They are totally silent for the time being. That's where I said we have to wait and see. It's just 12 months now. The Lok Sabha election, parliamentary election is likely to be happening in a few months. We will see how Mayon would play some roles in this. Are they going to form a regional party? We don't know. Are they going to come out in support of certain candidates for MP? We don't know. We have to wait and see. But obviously, they are talking about something called creative minorities. This is, in other words, leadership. They are focusing on leadership. They are giving due significance and importance of leadership in organizing the masses, spreading awareness, and bringing together. And they are also saying that politics is a must, it must be involved. Here, what I would like to say is that politics can be classified into various categories. It can be a revolutionary politics, it could be a parliamentarian and reformative politics, it could be chauvinist politics, or it could be purely democratic politics, or it could be reactionary politics. But hopefully, Mayon is looking forward for some kind of politics to address Meitei concerns and also to defend the unity and integrity of Manipur as well. It is also even talking about, what is being called the unity of the Vishnupriyas and others in Kasar, Assam, and Barak Valley area for strategizing certain geopolitical dominant tactical and strategic powers of the Meitei. So, it is a very complex kind of what you call booklet. It's very voluminous, 40 pages in fact, and one needs to thoroughly digest it, understand it more. And I'm happy that something has come out so that, at least this is a good initiative, because if I or anybody agrees with it, there can still be a discourse on this, there can be debate on this. So, like Mayon's initiatives in terms of coming out with the publication is of course a big what do you call it? It's a big initiatives. In terms of creating some kind of not only awareness but also raising the debate. But I am only worried that I'm very much worried that, as they also pointed out, Meiteis lacks readings, understanding, and discussing and all. While all these weaknesses are there among the Meiteis, if this booklet is being reached out to whosoever is being called the enemies or the potential threats of the Meiteis, it seems to me that they will easily grab the contents of the booklet and the articulations and the formulations and the strategic designs being articulated by the booklet, and it seems to me that they will be far advanced than Meiteis in further strategizing themselves and strategizing themselves before Meiteis would learn to understand this booklet and unite themselves. So my only fear is that, is this booklet confined only to the Meiteis, or is it being widely circulated?
Indeed, a good point. Yes, indeed,
that's a big concern for me.
For security purposes regarding and also a spread of propaganda being one of the tools of the current violence happening. So, so I would like to move on to Rinku on that note that long marches have a political undertone, in fact, after all. One of them being creating awareness, as Oja Malem has pointed out. There are a lot of politics that can be spread, that can be informed to the public. So one thing of Mayol is creating awareness and to the public and talking about politics, about their rights and also even their role in voting. Do you think the upcoming Lok Sabha elections will see some kind of changes, especially in this upcoming Lok Sabha elections? Do you think that such events, such a long march, would contribute to political literacy of the people? And in fact, do you think that this kind of events will bring some changes in the voting patterns? Rinku.
Okay, we are, right at the moment, we are not politically educated, well educated. almost all the people of the state has been, suppressed from their political understanding. In short, people are not politically civilized here.
Yes.
Even though we are existing in a democratic country, none of our people, many of the people do not understand what actually is a democratic right. It's not about Manipur, only for Manipur also, but what concerns about Manipur is that this has been a Israel nation for around 2,000 years, and this was the second Asiatic nation which have a government of its own after the British left in 1947. And then we had our own election, we had our own constitution, the Manipur State Constitution Act. So until Manipur has been merged to the Indian Union, there was a systematically good which was set for the society, which is appropriate for the society, a democratic government, appropriate for the people. But after its merger with the Indian Union, what happened is that the Constitution of India, which was framed by the Indian leaders, that is, they studied the condition of the Indian society and framed the Constitution as according to, what it would require for the society. While framing the Constitution of India, nothing about the society of Manipur has been discussed.
Right.
So when Manipur merged to the Indian Union, what actually happened is that after merger to the Indian Union, it was a party state, and then later a union territory, and then it gets statehood on 1972. So when it gets statehood in 1972, there is a provision provided for the Manipur by the government of India. There is Article 371C. So Article 371C is in one way the root of all this ethnic conflict here happening in the state of Manipur. So it has rooted this division among the state of Manipur. So what actually happened is that the government of India in the past 75 years, none of the successive government had ever tried any provision to protect the state of Manipur, the Israel state of Manipur. Okay. In reality, what actually should happen is that India should be proud. India should be proud to have Manipur as their state, because this has a historically important status. So, India could have told the world that we have a state which was an Israel nation which have a civilization of over 2,000 or more than 2,000 years, and which was the second democratic nation state in the Southeast Asia. This could have been the pride of the Indian also. Having said so, they haven't done that, and the long strategy that the successive government have been planning finally exploded here at this stage. So the state is in danger. The Manipur, the political identity of Manipur is finally slinging very in a way that as if we do not have any solution. So when we have to study, when we have to look into, understand what went wrong, there is a need that we have to go through all the defects that has been happening. There has all the problem that the society is facing. For example, if you go to a doctor for treatment, they'll first diagnose what are the illness you are having. So it is far better that we find out what went wrong to our society. This is the need of the hour, that we have to highlight this, what went wrong to the society. This has to be discussed in depth. It doesn't necessary that, until and unless we know what are the defects here, there is no way that, we can cure our society, there is no way that we can treat our society. Unless and until there is a proper diagnostic, so we cannot give them a proper treatment. In one way, on the other hand, so Tamo has pointed out regarding the grooming of too many organizations.
Yes.
To me, it is far more better than staying quiet and following the order and saying yes man attitude, showing yes man attitude.
Okay.
It's far more better than staying like that than having this too many group, because at least if it is a civilized society, it is a politically civilized society, then what we have to do is that there should be some people who have a voice, maybe different voice, maybe of different opinions among them.
That people
but
are
they have a feeling that
yeah.
Because their opinions are coming out, their voices are coming out, because they love this Israel nation, they love their ancestor, they love this state. That is why the voices are coming out. It is far more better that many such voices come out than staying as a puppet to a leader. There will be, a peace without justice. In the absence of the, justice, there's no need for peace like that. No.
Right.
You can only in a dictatorial form of government such form of such system existed. So I try to find out that when there are many opinions, there will be changes, and this opinion will be finally resolved, put together in one point, because the aims and object are all similar for all these voices.
Right.
So there doesn't make any difference, and my sincere opinion is that this booklet, is simply a diagnosis paper.
Okay.
Of what went wrong to the society. So whether if it went to the hand of some people whom are trying to distort our integrity, it will also make no difference, because this is simply an awareness type campaign type things to let the people understand. But the resolution is going to take tomorrow. Tomorrow there is going to be a big public meeting at Manipur University complex. So the meeting will start at 11, and they are going to announce what people should stand, what people should do, what people should resolve. So this is a kind of resolution they are going to be announced tomorrow, and there might have been some, this regarding election and all, there might have been already some points there.
Okay.
So
we need to look for the event tomorrow to understand, to have a fuller understanding, is what you're saying for now.
Yes.
Okay, on that note, Sonamani, I'd like to ask you that, reflecting on the impacts of such long marches, such kinds of events, they have an impact on the political, social, and even cultural landscapes. How do you think these events will contribute to the evolution of society and even such kind of movements over time? Sonamani.
Yes. You see, we have a very rich culture. This is undisputed. Even the whole world, they know it. Now, when there is no peace in our state, there is no peace with the people. Now the present situation, this imbroglio, what I will call it rather, this has really killed and completely eliminated and completely destroyed our cultures and our social, everything. We are not in peace at all. So now my piece of advice on the request to the government of Manipur is that you had been very soft, very kind, and high respect to the government of India. Okay, we agree. Now at this juncture, brutally killing, mercilessly killing with the armless people, mostly as the other side is that they are well equipped, they are apparently being supported and propped up and backed by some other organizations or maybe some armed forces, some paramilitary forces. That's why that we have become a victim every day, every morning, every evening. Who will die tomorrow, day after tomorrow, who will got killed? Nobody knows exactly. This is the situation. Now I request the government of Manipur, you don't have to be so cool and so low. you are an elected body, you are a popular chief ministers, your government is, as per the constitutions, you have been given the entire rights or the entire you have been empowered to decide anything, what is the good and bad, what is supposed to do, what is not to be done. Now you have to demand the government of India with you have to demand, not you have to request anymore. Now this is the euphoria of the election. Everybody is dying, and on the other hand, government of India, entire country, the member of parliament or parliamentary elections is going to be held. So everybody is running from a post to a pillar, and if somebody's the children are being got killed, okay, but it's okay. But I'm busy for the election matter because my God, my double engine, my head engine is in Delhi. Perhaps that I will not be left behind, so that I will not be disconnected my body, so that I remain only a poor Manipur. Like that, please don't have that kind of your opinion. Don't opine such kind of opinion. See, today you are chief minister, you may not be tomorrow. Day after tomorrow again you may come back. So what things are going on in the ground reality that is more important than to your double engine, than to your party. Those people who are being killed, who are being brutally murdered and the butchered, are they not the Manipur citizen? Can I ask the government of Manipur? If you feel that your people are being butchered, just like you say pig and a cow, and they are being butchered, same thing the other our communities people, our people are being got killed. Government of Manipur, how do you tolerate it? Okay, your day-to-day is your affair, this you're announcing, then you're going to the NRC, this matter, that matter. First, you ask the government of India, don't ask, I say, you asked with your loud tone. You have to say now, what you are going to do, government of India. Are you in a position to say in this manner? I don't know very much. I doubt very much. I don't know how you are going to act. But daily this kind of I see, we are not in peace at all. Everybody says, our children goes out. We don't know whether they will come back or not, or they will be hijacked by someone, or they will be taken away, or rather being abducted. These are the things that are going on. In a nutshell, Amrita, I must say very frankly, there's so many, our mushrooming up, our associations coming up, our people, Mayra Paivi, our great mothers, our sisters, our young folks, so many Indian associations coming up, they are disgruntled. They're frustrated because their parents or their guardian, the government is not acting, or they are not giving their peace and tranquility in their mind. That's why everybody is restlessly, what I'm doing is nobody should speak anything. If you do it something, then I will come back to you. These are the situations going on, because life is really meaningless here in Manipur at this moment. So my appeal is to the Manipur government of India. We have no rights to say, nor we want to request, because they are not going to listen it. So that's why Manipur government, do it something. You are late. You are late. So many people got killed. I hope you are realizing it. See, all these things have happened in the long run. It is going to be like a golden pen. It is going to be written in the years and such thing. So many hundreds of people are being butchered during the chief minister, during the minister in their regime. This kind of things will come out. I know that you are very limited now, your power. We do not know. I'm not criticizing you. The way the things are going on, we respect you, we admire you. But what to do? Our people cannot move. We are being confined. We cannot go to our field. They fired, they killed, even somewhere, only the Meiteis are being targeted. It's a really very pitiable condition, Amrita.
Indeed.
Out of 35 communities,
right.
Are we that so much low? Are we a four-footed animal, Meiteis? I say that, are we a four-footed animal, that we are without any rhyme or reason, that we are being kept as a captive, like a prisoner? Is it not too much,
yes,
Amrita?
Indeed, the tiresome situation that we are in right now, Oja Sonamani has even likened our situation to living in a jail, even in your previous commentary. So, I'd like to move on to Oja Malem for the purpose of this debate, that since we were talking earlier about electoral politics, that there is a significant event in the electoral history in India, especially regarding the 1990 Rath Yatra that was organized by the BJP party, and it was led by L.K. Advaniji. Before that, the BJP did not score much numbers in the parliament, but after organizing this Rath Yatra campaign, they did garner a lot of wins in their next parliament elections. So do you think it's an impact of long marches, or is there another reason for that?
Not necessarily long march.
Okay, Oja Sonamani, I'm moving on to Oja Malem. I'll come back to you again in the next round.
It's not necessarily related to long march, but although long march has a big impact in the next year, there will be Babri Masjid demolition and all. It did have the impact, but long march is a tactical move to mobilize individuals and psychological conscience at a particular point of time.
Right.
But the success or failure of the party depends on the long drawn out political programs. They have been clandestinely or covertly or overtly operating for many decades. And the success and the failure of the party also depends on the strength and weaknesses of the opposition party. And the system as a whole, which has been going on towards a very decadent situations, and people are looking out for a change, and BJP came forward with certain options as a change maker, and people believe in them. That's why they got win. It's not because of long march alone. Long march was just an episodic and, as I said, symbolic catalytic event.
Okay.
But there are people's followers coming out to attend long march because they've been working out, like starting from 1920s onward, how the Hindutva force came into being, and then 1951, Sangh powers came, Jan Sangha come into being, and they've been working out for long. And Congress rules have been declining, and India has been going through economic crises and political crises and turmoils. People are looking forward for some change, for some leaders, and large bulk of the majorities of the Hindus believe that BJP and particularly the leadership at that point of time will address their grievances. This is how they have been organized. This is how Hitler came into power in Germany. This is how Mussolini came into power, and this is how Gandhi came into power, or to some extent, Netaji became a dominant figure in the Indian freedom struggle. So leaders do have a role, but this was in the context, in the situations where they were able to present themselves as alternative to the existing system. The long march was a factor, but not the deciding factor.
In fact, you emphasized the importance of a leadership to be present in such situations, in such marches, for that to be successful. So, on this note, I would like to ask you, Oja Rinku, that the All India Congress Committee is also undertaking a socio-political movement. It is named Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra. It will be organized by the Congress Party led by Rahul Gandhi. The march will be happening on 14th of January from Manipur to Mumbai. So this will be another long march that the Congress is planning with context to the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. So do you think the Congress will manage to improve their electoral situation in this Lok Sabha election by this particular march that Rahul Gandhi is preparing to take up? Oja Rinku.
Yeah, Dr. Malem has rightly pointed out that it is only a catalyst, that a long march is some kind of catalyst, that it will not decide the fate of that political party, whether they will succeed in the upcoming election or not. He has rightly pointed out with example and all. So as for me, the long march, whether it will give an impact here in the state of Manipur or not, is a matter that we should think upon, because people out here have tested all this, tested the Congress government earlier, whether they will be the one who will save the Manipur or not, or we are testing, we are experiencing the BJP government right here. The two political parties which will come to the power at the center. If the BJP didn't come, it will be the Congress alternative, or else another third party may come up in collusion with other political party. That might happen. But as of now, you know, it depends on the government of Manipur also. No, not government of Manipur. It depends on the BJP of the state of Manipur also.
Okay.
The way they handle this inaugural function of the Long March, that is set to begin on January 14 from Imphal. You know, the more they give obstacle, the more they give hindrance, or the more they try to, you know, stop this inaugural function, the more it will, you know, goes viral to the whole nation. It will go, you know,
it will turn out more popular.
Earlier when Mr. Rahul Gandhi came here in the state of Manipur, the administration of the Bishnupur district tried to stop him at Bishnupur from going to Churchampur.
Right.
You know, that was where he get, you know, attention, you know, media attention. The news went viral across the nation, stating that in Manipur, Rahul Gandhi was not allowed to go visit by road to Churchampur district. These were the news that was, you know, spread across the country, and then his visit, which could not have been that much significance, is, you know, get more attraction from the media community. And in other states, the people do not understand what actually happened here in the state.
Right.
So the way the media portray the event, the more he became popular in other mainland state.
Right.
So actually, this yatra, you know, whether how the nation took this yatra will depend on the way that the government of the political party, there is a BJP which is ruling in the state of Manipur, showed to this Congress yatra. So actually, this yatra, however, will not make any difference in the state of Manipur. Whether this yatra will gain more seat or not, it will make no, it will not make any differences to the voting behavior of the state, because already we are in trouble. And then, whether there will be election or not, people will start boycotting the election, or there is also another big problem that might come up in the coming days. So, as of now, this long yatra will not give that much impact to the upcoming election. That is what I feel, especially for the state of Manipur and other northeast.
Okay, on that note, there is a quite big question that comes up that, yeah, in fact, the elections will certainly happen, but there may be some issues regarding the hill districts. When the people of Manipur, of the hill districts, will there be free and fair voting? Will there be equal rights for all the people to vote? So regarding that, Oja Sonamani, I'd like to ask that, what are your thoughts regarding these upcoming elections, especially the divide between the hill and the valley currently? If the elections do come up, will there be any boycott of elections? Will the hill areas, especially the Churchampur district, the Kangpokopi district, will they be participating in free and fair elections? What are your thoughts on that, Sonamani?
This is really a big questions you have asked. I don't know what I will reply to the questions. Manipur is in the turmoil now. You are fully aware. Nobody knows exactly what you are going to do and what is going to happen. As I said again and again, during this period, again the election euphoria is there. There is another thing, and a lot of processions, a lot of these regenerations and other young folks and other Manipupis and so on. So many things will be is going on and is going to be happen.
Right.
So this is nothing is going to achieve it in my own opinion. Nothing is going to be achieved it, because government of India is not going to listen it. They may listen it after that doctor will be invited. That is what I personally feel it. And I have hardly any comment in this regard.
Okay.
So Manipur, we want peace, but such kind of our peace, this is we don't want. We cannot wait for peace, and we have to restore peace by any means, by hook or by crook. If the government of India is there, if she is not very keen in this regard, then we have to restore peace by any means, by ourselves.
Do you think there will be some challenges in organizing a free and fair elections? in Manipur?
I'm sorry?
Do you think there will be, what kind of challenges do you think we will face in organizing these upcoming elections in Manipur?
Oh, this is, the elections now, in this present trend, particularly in the Manipur, BJP knows better. BJP knows better what will be the outcome. According to me, people are not happy. May not be with the BJP, but with the government, they are not happy. People are not happy. Reason being, head of the government and the government, all these honorable MLAs and others, they are not contributing, or they are not providing the security, they are not restoring peace and tranquility with the people. So BJP, if they think that they are well, okay, that is what that is their own opinion. But the people are not happy with the government. With this government, because of they are not in a position to protect the lives of innocent people. This is the trend going on. Of course, BJP will try her best and their best, but I don't know what will be the people reading. But the people, by and large, it seems, because of not in a positions to protect the lives of the innocent people, people apparently not happy. So Manipur government, we do not know which way you are going to, you are leaning it. Government of India or your party must have been pressurizing you. So still time there, but you protect and you give, you protect our lives, that's all. We don't ask anything. You allow us to live peacefully, that's all. Then your BJP campaign, your campaign, it is your own duty. Congress is doing her best and you are doing your all best. But we are not worrying about the elections. Many people may boycott too this time in the forthcoming election. Even we may not like to cast it, because what is the matter and what is the fun for the voting our rights, because there is no peace at all in our state. So this is what, Amrita, I can say that BJP's positions, we do not know at this juncture, people are not happy. I will not say that they may not come back or they may come back. It is their own effort, what they are going to apply it. Because one thing is that we people, we are very peculiar type of people. Sometimes we manage to forget. See, sometimes when the leaders comes and they try to hypnotize, because politicians, they are magicians. They try to influence, they try to hypnotize. So our innocent people, simple people, they come down to their feet. What I talk today, it may be quite reverse it. So this is the situation. It is very unpredictable in Manipur. Sometimes the money power, sometimes with the so many other power, liquor power, sometimes there's so many other means, they will apply it and they will try to make peace in a different way. So they change their mind. This is the thing in Manipur. So we do not know in which way the Manipur, in this forthcoming, the member of parliament, the issue of parliamentary, the elections, which way the wind will blow.
Okay, there is a lot of uncertainty so far that Sonamani has trying to put out. So in fact, we have almost come to the end of our discussion tonight. I would like to summarize what our panelists have put forward today in this discussion regarding the significance of Long March, that the long marches have a lot of transformative power. They have such a power to influence the public. They also symbolize a collective strength of the public, and they have the capacity to influence the masses of their rights, and they have the power to influence the masses, even change political scenarios. And the Manipur Youth League's current Long March, they even add a new dynamic to this, a new dimension, emphasizing the ongoing relevance of such initiatives in raising awareness and fostering such political changes. On that note, I would like to conclude our debate session. I'd like to thank our three panelists for tonight, Ojapi Sonamani, Dr. Malem Ningthouja, and Oja Rinku Khumukcham, for presenting your views and thoughts on this matter. Thank you again, once again. I'd like also to thank our viewers for tuning in tonight. Please leave your comments and feedbacks with us. We will be back again next Monday, same time. Until then, keep watching ELITETV. And Amrita signing off. Have a good week.